about a scandal. Don't wanna be 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 about a scandal.
The touch of yours is what I've been looking for. When you say my name, I just wanna feel you more. I tried to read your book, but it's too complicated. And I can't know how you feel. Damn, I hate it.
About a scandal. Don't wanna be 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 about a scandal.
Catching a wave, catching a wave. It was gone way too soon. We were counting the days and you couldn't stay. I'm closing my eyes, going back to where we began. We'll go, but this time we'll be catching a different tide. Anywhere the river runs apart, it go down to the sun. We could have it all, we could have it all. I'm falling back into your arms. Catch me loving, don't let go. We could have it all, we could have it all. Oh, oh. We could have it all. Oh, oh. We could have it all. Stop and think all the time I was lost in the way, lost in the way. You were there, couldn't find me, counting the days, and you couldn't stay. I'm closing my eyes, going back to where we began. We'll go, but this time we'll be catching a different tide. Anywhere the river runs apart, it go down to the sun. We could have
You're listening to Chill Your Mind Radio.
I'm feeling high when I'm low. I need it more when you're close to me, 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 close to me. When you're not around, unspoken words I'm screaming out. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Now I need it more when you're close to me, close to me, close to me, close to me.
Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Blow it up, that's how we ball out. Throw it up, Watch it all fall out. Pull it up, pull it up. That's how we ball out. Strip clubs and dollar bills. I still got more money. Patron shots, gonna get a refill. I still got more money. Strippers going up and down that pole. And I still got more money. 4 o'clock and we ain't going home. I still got more money. Money make the world go round. I still got more money. Dance make your girl go down. I still got more money. Lot more where that came from. Still got more money. So look in your eyes and know you want some. Still got more money. Oh, oh, all I see is signs. All I see is dollar signs. Oh, oh, money on my mind. Money, money on my mind. Throw it up. Watch it fall off from the sky. Throw it up, throw it up. Watch it all fall out. Pull it up, pull it up. That's how we ball out. Throw it up, throw it up. Watch it all fall out. Pull it up, pull it up. That's how we ball out. 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 That LA cost $100 bills. And I still got more money. Gold all up in my grill. I still got more money. Who cares how you hate us there? And I still got more money. Call Jay up and close the deal. Still got my mind, my fragrance on and they love my smell. Still got my mind, so who cares about what I spend? Still got my mind, my pockets deep and they never end. Still got my mind, I'm going down with all my friends. Still got my money. Oh, oh, all I see is signs, all I see is dollar signs. Oh, oh, money on my mind, money, money on my mind. Throw it up, watch it fall off from the sky. Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Pull it up, that's how we ball out. Throw it up, watch it all fall out. Pull it up, that's how we ball out. That's how we ball out. That's how we ball out. That's how we ball out.
Morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Clap your hands, clap, clap, clap. Stomp your feet, stomp, stomp, stomp. Spin around, spin, spin, spin. Alright. Good morning, good morning, good morning. 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 Wash your hands, wash, wash, wash. Shake your hands, shake, shake, shake. Brush your teeth, brush, brush, brush. Alright. Good morning.
No. No. Good morning, it's Uncle Lou here. Yeah, that's right, it's me, Uncle Lou. Live for you on LouTube today. Thanks for watching the morning show. How's everybody doing? Today's Thursday. No college football games today, though. College football always gives this week or this Thursday night to the NFL by themselves because college football is nice people. So the NFL starts tonight. I think it's Tampa Bay and Dallas. Pretty sure it's pretty sure it's Tampa Bay and Dallas tonight. I'll probably watch some of it just because it's the first NFL game, but I'm not too interested in that game, to be honest with you. I'll watch some of it. Anyway, how's everybody doing? We got VikTube coming on this morning to do his LouAnon song and dance, though. And according to the email that he sent me, he wants to talk about week 1 college football conspiracies. Now, the only conspiracy I'm aware of is the one that's been occurring in my comment section since 10 o'clock Saturday night. And that's the conspiracy that Georgia and Clemson are terrible and going 0-12. Or I guess Georgia's going 1-11. I don't know of any other week 1 college football conspiracy, so I'm excited to have our boy VikTube come on the show this morning and educate me. What are these conspiracies he's referring to? I don't know. Guess what, though? Went to, somebody sent Uncle Lou. I went to the P.O. box yesterday. Guess what was in there? Yeah, that's right. That's right. The black TCU helmet. Yeah. Guess what else was in there? Texas Tech. Yeah. I didn't have either one of those. Shout out to LW, by the way. You guys know LW from the comment section. He sent me those. But those are Big 12 helmets. The top shelf is Big 12. And as you can clearly see, it's not very well represented. Now, how many's up there? There's 4 up there. What is it? Baylor, Oklahoma State, Texas, and West Virginia. Now, I've got Oklahoma and Iowa State, but they're on the top 10 shelf. So, but it's time to add these two. LW, there you are. Thank you, buddy. It's time to add these 2 Big 12 helmets to the top shelf. Let's go. Taller. TC or TE. Bam. Well, let's do this. Oh! Can you reach that?
Yeah, right.
Can you try?
I can if I stand on here.
See if you could put just see if you could reach that. No?
I'm only 5'2".
I just thought it would be funny to see you try.
On camera nonetheless too.
Yeah, there you
Thanks.
go.
Appreciate that.
I thought you tried real hard.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I tried.
You tried to reach that shelf almost as hard as Clemson tried to get 3 yards rushing.
Thanks.
Yeah. Man, okay, that looks a lot better. Thank you, LW. You're good people. I really appreciate that. Anyway, how's everybody doing this morning? Bama Fanatic, the sports expert, the badass Buckeye. He says the real top 5. Bama, Georgia, Clemson, Ohio State, Oklahoma. That's the same top 5 I have, badass Buckeye, except I have Clemson and Ohio State flipped. I have Ohio State 3rd and Clemson 4th and Oklahoma 5th. But that's a good top 5. I'm with you. I don't really see how you punish a team, Clemson, for losing by 7 points in a great game that could have gone either way to the number 2 team. So I kind of agree. Now, obviously, wins and losses do matter, So I would understand some people maybe having Clemson 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th, too, and putting some of the undefeated teams ahead of them for now. But I like your top 5. And obviously, I like my top 5, too, or it wouldn't be my top 5. So, but yeah, how y'all doing? Sports expert, Neo, Go Bucks, Zach the Purdue man, Eric Odom. Why am I out of breath from putting 2 helmets on a shelf? All right, you beautiful motherfuckers. Anyway, Chris Moore, Traction Jackson, Alejandro Ramirez. So is JT not starting? Well, Kirby's not going to say. Now, JT Daniels did not practice Monday, but Carson Beck took all the reps with the ones on Monday. But JT was back in practice with the ones on Tuesday and Wednesday. So, I really don't know what's going to happen here. It would not hurt my feelings to get to see Carson Beck play some real football. I don't have any interest in seeing Carson Beck or anyone else for that matter come into the game late in the fourth quarter of whatever game and just hand the ball off a dozen times. I'm sick of seeing that. I like to see quarterbacks play quarterback and run the offense, but I'm weird that way. There's a lot wrong with me, and that's just a small part of it, though. Mike Leach's pet Sasquatch is here. Good to see you in here. Yeah, this is great. Nick says, "Aim da, aim da." Raj, true slob, out of breath, putting a mini up on that shit. I'm trying to get my slob level up. I'm currently fatter than I've ever been before, which has been pointed out hundreds of times in the comment section, by the way, over the last couple of weeks. But yes, I am currently fatter than I've ever been before. I also didn't know until the last couple of weeks that the difference between being a string bean skinny nerd, which is what I was for the first 6 or 7 years that I was on YouTube, according to the comment section. The difference between that and being fat is 15 pounds. Because now I'm fat, and I've gained 15 pounds. So, if anybody was wondering what the difference between skinny and fat is, it's 15 pounds. It's 15 pounds. Slob level 1 million. Look, Slob Olympics be here before you know it. You know the football season goes by quick. Y'all know that. Football season always goes by quick, right? Well, hell, by the time the football season's over, Slob Olympics will only be 60 days away. So let that sink in. Let that sink in. What's up, VikTube? You can call in whenever you're ready, buddy. I watched Clickbait. Did I tell y'all? A lot of people had recommended me, Lou, you need to watch Clickbait. So I watched it. No. So I watched Clickbait. And it was pretty good. And then, y'all know, Friday is the 20th anniversary of 9/11. So everybody and their brother is putting out 9/11 shows and documentaries and interviews and stuff like that. And so Netflix had to get in on the action too. So there's one on Netflix called Turning Point. I watched it too. It's a short, I think it's 4 episodes long or something, 4 or 5 or something. It's a documentary, really. Yeah. Yep. But on Saturday, which is 9/11, you're either going to be watching football or you're going to be watching 9/11 porn. That's all that's going to be on. Depending on the channel you turn it to, it's either going to be college football or it's going to be 9/11 porn everywhere. The news loves disaster porn. 20th anniversary of 9/11 coming up on Saturday, so that's what you can expect to see on TV over the weekend. Football, you got NFL week 1. College football week 2, or 9/11 porn. That's all that will be on. That's it. Everybody wants to do these 9/11 shows, so that's what you'll be watching if you're not watching football. Golden Blue Man says, I want some biscuits and gravy. You know, that does sound good. I'm not going to lie. You know who has good biscuits and gravy is Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel's got some good biscuits and gravy. Yeah, me too, Zach. I choose football. I watched 9/11 porn yesterday when I watched that series on Netflix, whatever it is. Because this weekend is reserved for football, though. We should invade Afghanistan to commemorate. Don't worry. Don't worry, Truman. Now that we're out of Afghanistan, we will find another country that needs, that needs some of our freedom and democracy. Do Bama fans put mustard on their biscuits? I put mustard on sausage biscuits. Not just a biscuit, but if I eat a sausage biscuit or a chicken biscuit, I'll put mustard on it. Maybe I'm a Bama fan. Lou, are you streaming the UGA UAB game on YouTube? That's a great question. Let me answer it for you right now. I'm going to go to the Patreon page and tally up the votes right now. And we will see what my streaming schedule is on Saturday. All right. The Patreon people want me to stream prime time. Early. Afternoon. Prime time. Afternoon. Noon. 3:30. Noon. Prime time. 3:30. Afternoon, which is 3:30. Noon. Prime time. Noon. 3:30. Noon. 3:30. Noon. My unofficial count says the Patreon stream will be at noon. Did that sound right, lady? Did that sound right?
Yes, sounds right.
She said yes. So the Patreon stream will be noon. And you've got some good games at noon, too. Ohio State, Oregon. Let's pull the schedule up. You've got Ohio State, Oregon at noon. VikTube. Hello? Hello? What's up? What's up, Vic?
Good morning and that.
Yeah, good morning. We're just looking at the schedule real quick. Oregon, Ohio State at noon. South Carolina at East Carolina at noon. Pittsburgh at Tennessee at noon. So you got a lot of good games. Florida at South Florida at 1. And then, so that's what I'll be doing on Patreon. So, yes, I will stream the Georgia UAB game on YouTube. It comes on at 3:30, along with Texas A&M at Colorado, Murray State and Cincinnati, Ball State and Penn State, Cal at TCU, Air Force at Navy, Iowa versus Iowa State at 4:30. Those will be the games. Rock Trice Stadium. I'll be streaming all of those games, or be streaming during all of those games right here on YouTube, starting at 3:30 with the Georgia UAB game. So, now it might be worth tuning in to watch me, just to see what I do if, and I mean if, they put Stetson Bennett in that game. I might do some rearranging in here if they trot Stetson Bennett's happy ass out there. I don't have any interest in seeing him. I want to see Carson Beck or Brock Vandagriff, but Carson Beck's the number 2, so that's I mean, I hope JT Daniels is okay. That's what I hope. I hope JT Daniels is fine and we're up by 40 at halftime and Carson Beck gets to play anyway. But if JT Daniels can't go, I want to see Carson Beck and or Brock Vandagriff. I don't have any interest in Stetson Bennett. I ain't got no interest in it. Okay, Vic?
Yeah. Okay.
Now, who do you want to see?
Yeah. Carson Beck. Yeah.
Carson Beck, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I don't blame you. So. I don't blame you because that's who I want to see too. So. How you doing today, Vic?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How about you?
Has it been a little bit harder for you to get up out of bed this week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
That's
yes. Well, my mom and dad didn't want to get me up in time.
No, you're in time. I'm just saying, the older you get, the harder it is to get up in the mornings, get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and
That's right. Yeah. Well, I can't.
and you're 24.
Get out
so.
of bed. I can't get out of bed by myself.
That's what I mean. See, you turn 24, 25 years old, and now you can't even get out of bed. You need help to get out of bed now. I understand. Believe me. Why do you think this lady's here?
Yeah. Oh.
You see her back here? You see her, Vic? Why do you think she's here? Get my ass up out of bed in the morning. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah. Like home health care. Vic, I have 2 words for you.
Yeah.
You might want to write this down. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Hold on. All right, go ahead.
Sponge bath.
Fun and bath. Is that it?
That's it.
Fun bath.
Vic, before we get started on your LouAnon segment, did you want to take a few minutes to thank me for coming to your birthday party?
Yes, Uncle Lou. Yeah, I want to thank you for coming to my birthday party. Yeah, we had a lot of fun, didn't we?
That was a lot of fun, and you got a nice setup down there in that basement with the pool table and the ping pong and the foosball and the TVs and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we got to watch some football. We got to listen to some music. We got to eat some good food.
Yep.
Play some foosball. Hang out with some good people. I liked your friends too. They were nice.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Vic had a bunch of friends over there that he went to high school with. And then, now, Vic, I showed up real late.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, when I showed up, someone was leaving. Did you know that?
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay, yeah. And when I was getting out of the car, somebody was walking through the yard to their car. They said they were getting the hell out of there.
Yeah.
Not me. I showed up. Late, hung out. Right when we pulled up, I was like, I hope all the food's not gone.
Well, you were just in time for the cake. So.
Yeah, well, Uncle Lou doesn't eat cake. But
yeah.
But I did eat those chicken wings y'all had were good. Where'd you say they came from? A place in Athens, you said? What was the name of it?
Yeah, no, it's been Blazers.
Blazers, yeah, Blazers.
Well, yeah, no, actually, it was in Oklahoma.
Oh, I didn't know there was.
Yeah,
anything.
it was along Highway 78.
Oh, I didn't know there was anything in Oglethorpe other than a jail.
Yes, there is. No, there is. Let's see. We got Blazers. Yeah, we got Subway.
Subway.
Yeah, oh yeah, and we have a Burger King.
Burger King. Hey.
Yeah.
Oglethorpe's trying to come up.
Yep.
Any plans for a Walmart?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe one day down the road.
Yeah. Oh, well, we have Bells.
You have who?
Yeah, that's Bells. Yeah, that's the name of our grocery store. Yeah.
Oh, y'all have a grocery store? I thought you had to grow your own food out there.
No, there's a grocery store. It's called Bells.
Oh. Okay. I believe you. I believe you, sort of. Anyway, should we get on with it? Or should we just continue to shoot the shit?
Yes, we can continue to shoot the shit for a little bit.
Well, how about we get on with it, and then afterwards we shoot the shit.
Okay.
Okay. I think the people want us to get on with it. Okay. It's time for LouAnon with VikTube. What segment? What we do every Thursday morning here on the morning shoe, with me and my very special guest Michael Vick. You can find his channel over at VikTube Productions. And just a reminder, which is scrolling across the bottom of the screen now, this is not fake news with Scott Kerr.
Okay.
Because a couple of weeks ago, I accidentally had it on there that said this is fake news with Scott Kerr, and Vic, that irritated you, didn't it?
It's still up. It's still up there.
No, it's not.
Oh, it says this is not
Right.
fake news.
Right. I had because that irritated you when I had that it said this is fake news with Scott Kerr, so I
Yes,
fixed it.
It did.
Yeah, I fixed it.
It did irritate me.
Yeah, I know, and I don't want to get you irritated, not in the morning.
Right.
Anyway, thanks again for everybody for tuning in. We're going to get started with the LouAnon segment. Super chat located directly below the comment section. There's a PayPal link too, if you're looking for a way to support me, the show, the morning show, and what we're trying to do here. That's a good way to do it. Also, hit the thumbs up. That's a huge help to any live show you're watching. And it's time for LouAnon with VikTube. Okay, Vic, let's get right on with it now. Your email you sent me this week says you would like to discuss Week 1 college football conspiracies, which I mentioned briefly at the beginning of the show. And I like that we're doing this because I feel like I'm going to learn a lot today, because the only conspiracy, the only Week 1 college football conspiracy that I'm aware of, Vic, is the one that's been occurring in my comments section since 10 p.m. Saturday night, and that is that Georgia and Clemson are both terrible. Georgia's going 1-11 and Clemson's going 0-12.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah. Is that one of the conspiracies or what?
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
yes, that is. Yeah.
Now, what do you think started all this now?
I think it was because Georgia beat Clemson 10-3. I guess.
Oh, okay.
I guess the score was 10-3. There, it was 10-3. Therefore, both of these teams must be terrible because they couldn't even score an offensive touchdown.
Yeah. Man. I like basic people.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, when the other conspiracy is that Texas is back because they beat Louisiana 38-18.
Hey. 38-13 you said, right?
38-18.
38-18. Yeah. Well, listen, anytime you beat a group of 5 team by 20, you're most likely back, according to the Texas man. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, here's the only look, it's not my job to take up for the Texas man, but I will say this. There were a lot of people, including people here right now in the comments and a lot of other places, that thought Texas was going to lose that game. And they didn't. Now, according to the Texas man, Vic, what is it that you think they mean when they say they're back?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. They've been saying that they're back for 10 years. I don't know. I guess back means that they're winning the Big 12 and making the playoffs.
Winning the Big 12 and making the playoffs.
I think that's what back.
Hold on. Let me check the Magic 8 Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Magic 8 Ball said no.
Yeah, I know.
Said no.
I remember Sam Ellinger said that Texas was back. And then the next year they went 7-5. So.
Right. Now, let me ask you this. Which Big 12 team looked the best in week 1?
Probably Kansas. No, I'm just kidding. Probably Texas. Yeah, Texas.
Yes, Texas. I agree. Now, part two of that question. If Texas and Oklahoma were playing today, who would you pick to win?
I don't know. Texas. Oh.
That's incorrect. That's incorrect. You got 1 out of 2 right.
Yeah. Okay. Oklahoma.
Yeah, you would pick Oklahoma to win. Yes. That's right.
So Zach, the Purdue man, earlier he had asked me if they have any grocery stores in Athens, and yes, they do. They have many grocery stores in Athens. So you got 2 Walmarts and two Publixes and 3 Krogers. Yeah, there's a lot.
Now, first of all, we have a super chat from somebody that's done changed their name to North Florida White Tonto. This comment, Vic, you ever hear something that's funny, but you know you shouldn't laugh at it?
Yeah.
He says, how far do you think Wounded Knee can take the Seminoles this year?
Huh? Oh, you mean Mackenzie Milton. Well, let's see. I think that in the off season I had them 6-6. But after what I saw on Sunday night, I'm going to say they go 7-5.
Speaking of White Tonto, I'm doing a prediction video today for this weekend's biggest games.
Yeah, that's another conspiracy. Yes, that Mackenzie Milton. Now has a robot leg.
He's like the
bionic leg.
He's like Iron Man.
Yeah.
The Bionic Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
He gave North Florida White Tonto gave Mackenzie Milton a Native American name, Wounded Knee.
Yep.
Why, Vic? Why can't all trolls be like that?
I don't know.
Instead of just showing up, 8 times a day and typing 1980 or, talking about somebody's mama or something. Why can't all trolls be that creative?
I don't.
Alejandro has an interesting question, and I get asked a version of this question all the time. He goes to Central Florida, but he's a lifelong Florida Gators fan. Who should he root for?
But who should he root for?
Yeah, he goes to Central Florida, but he's always been a Florida Gators fan. What should he do? What do you think, Vic?
What who should he root for? You mean if they were playing each other, or?
Well, he didn't specify, so.
Well, I guess. Well, both. I guess.
Yeah, I think you should become a UCF fan because you're there. You could have a lot of fun at the games. You can, you can take in the entire college student experience, including having a really, really good football program and good games to attend. I think you can still be a Florida fan on the same day, like Vic said, unless Central Florida and Florida play each other. Then you have to figure out what you're going to do. But like people have asked me before, what would you do if your son went to whatever, South Carolina?
Yeah.
Well, I'd probably buy a South Carolina hat. I'd probably go to a few South Carolina games with him. I mean, I wouldn't root for South Carolina to beat Georgia, but yeah. I mean, if I wish I would have went to a college with a big football team. That would have been a lot of fun. So if I was you, Alejandro, I would become at least enough of a Central Florida fan to where I could enjoy the home games. Thanks. Right up into the point where Cincinnati beats the doo-doo out of you. Jonathan Hurst wants to know who has Georgia played.
Clemson.
Who has Georgia played? Woo!
Yeah, we played Clemson. Yeah, we played a top 5 team. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but what did I say last week? 8 months. Georgia's got no chance. Georgia's losing by 30. Kirby can't win a big game. Kirby's going to get out coached. JT Daniels is terrible. The defense is no good. We've got too many injuries. Georgia's got no chance. Georgia's getting beat. I told you. I said Georgia's going to win. And immediately it's going to be Clemson's no good. And that's exactly what happened. Just go look through the comments. Clemson's no good. So, did you know that, Vic, did you know that Louisiana Tech didn't give up any points at all to Miami?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That's right, but they gave up 35 points to Mississippi State, though.
But they didn't give up any to Miami. Bama gave up like 13 or something.
Yeah.
So, what does that mean?
I don't know.
It doesn't mean anything.
No.
Doesn't mean anything at all. That's the point. Who wins on a neutral site, Vic? Ohio State or Oklahoma if they played right now? Somebody wants to know. Bon or Kirkpatrick wants to know.
Ohio State.
Yeah, I'd take Ohio State right now, too. Now, I'm not giving up on Oklahoma just after that one bad game. You got to remember, last year Oklahoma had a couple of bad games early in the season, and they resulted in losses. So at least this time, their bad game resulted in a win. But with that being said, if Oklahoma, that better have been a fluke, that defensive performance against Tulane, because if that's the defense Oklahoma is going to have, if that's the type of defense they're going to play again this year, the result is probably going to be very similar to their previous seasons. And I really thought their defense was going to be better. So I'm not completely giving up on them because I saw their defense play better last year compared to normal. So I'm not giving up on them yet, throwing them completely under the bus. But with that being said, they deserve all the criticism they're getting right now in terms of that defensive performance. They deserve it. Now, Vic, are there any other conspiracies that don't involve Georgia and Clemson being two of the worst teams in America?
Yeah.
All right, what are they?
Of course, there's two that I've already mentioned. I mentioned Mackenzie Milton having a bionic leg.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And they also said Texas being back.
Sorry, that lady sneezed. What was I saying? Oh, let me ask you this, Vic. I don't really think there's any way to say this without sounding like an asshole. Okay. I think the Mackenzie Milton thing is a great story. I mean, legit, the guy almost had his leg. He almost had his leg amputated. Okay, I think it's an amazing story that he's even able to be a backup somewhere is amazing to me. And it was exciting to get to see him go in the game. He was 5 of 7 for 40 yards. Do you feel like because it's such a good story, he's getting a little bit too much hype right now? Like, it's not like he went in there and lit it up. I mean, he completed a high percentage of passes, but, 5 of 7 for 40 yards. It's not like he went in there and was throwing 50-yard bombs and running 70-yard touchdowns. I mean, I think he had 2 yards rushing. And I don't want to – I'm not criticizing him. Considering what he's been through, that's amazing. They was able to do that. But I feel like when people talk about his performance in that game, if they don't mention his stats, like it almost sounds like, wow, he must have went like 15 of 18 for 220 yards and 3 touchdowns. It was like 5 of 7 for 40 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, it was mostly a team effort. I mean, they were mostly just running the ball
right.
While he was in there.
Now, is there a quarterback controversy at Florida State? Have they said who's starting this week?
I don't know.
Let me look that up.
I don't know if they have or not. I would think that it would be Mackenzie Milton.
Well, let's find out.
I mean, because it seems like the offense just responded better to him, to Mackenzie Milton being in the game.
Let's see. Doesn't look like I can't find anything where they've announced who's starting this week. So I don't know. Christian S., thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you supporting the show. And what is this? He sent some kind of a sticker where some pink-haired lady's making muscles, and it says boss. That must have been for you, Vic. I don't have any muscles.
Yeah. You got more muscles than I do.
I don't know. I don't know about that. That's debatable. That's debatable. Okay, so Georgia and Clemson are terrible. Georgia's going 1-11. Clemson's going 0-12. Mackenzie Milton has a wooden leg. What was the other one?
It was a robot leg.
Yeah, or that too. And what was the other one?
One was Texas is back.
Texas is back. That's right. Texas is back. Well, let's talk about this week's game. Okay? Here's another game that in the offseason, everybody told me Texas was going to lose. You know, in the offseason, Texas was starting 0-2. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, they were going to lose to Louisiana, and they were going to lose to Arkansas. So first of all, what do you think about this weekend's game? And second of all, if they're back after beating Louisiana, what are they if they beat Arkansas?
Right, yeah.
I'm asking you. What say you, Vic?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Yeah, what say you?
What's saying me about what?
About the two questions I asked you.
Oh.
Question number one. What do you think about this weekend's game between Texas and Arkansas? Question number two. If Texas was back after beating Louisiana last week, what are they if they beat Arkansas in week 2?
Okay, well, I guess if they beat Arkansas in week 2, they would be more back, or they would be back, or
they would be back.
Yeah, they'd be back. That's right.
All right. And what do you think about this weekend's game?
I'm actually going to take Arkansas.
You're going to take Arkansas?
Yeah, I'm going to take the upset.
Yeah, no.
So we'll see.
How'd Arkansas do?
Yeah.
How'd Arkansas do in week 1?
Oh, they won too. They beat something called Rice.
Yeah.
It was
And now they
38-17.
Yeah, now they were losing at halftime. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I know.
I'm taking Texas. Big.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, it just seems like a very, like it'll be a very Texas thing to do for them to lose to Arkansas.
It would be a very, very Texas thing to do. Let me ask you this. Yeah. Is this Texas's first SEC game? Sort of.
Yeah.
It would be funny to be able to troll the Texas fan that they're 0-1 in the SEC. We would be able to troll them on that for about a year, at least a year. Yeah. Even if they got into the SEC next year, that would give us one whole year to troll the Texas man about being 0-1 in the SEC.
Yeah.
So, this is their first SEC game since joining the SEC, is it not?
Yeah, it would be.
Right.
Although they haven't officially joined yet.
Right. It was 6.5, Eric. It's up to 7 now. Texas is favored. I bet it on Monday when it was 6.5. Texas favored by 6.5. So all I need Texas to do is win by a touchdown. That's it. That's all I need, Vic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Vic, you ever bet on college football games?
No.
Okay. If you do, would you use Bet Now?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you would. Of course. So should everyone else.
No.
Yeah.
Albert Sancho. No. Is that game in Austin? No, it's in Fayetteville.
No. No, Vic. No.
Oh, okay. It's in Little Rock.
Yeah, it's in Little Rock, though.
Okay.
Now, Texas and Arkansas used to be in the same conference, did they not?
Yeah. It is in Fayetteville.
Are you sure it's not in Little Rock?
Yeah, I just looked it up.
I think you're making it up.
Razorback Stadium.
I think you're making it up.
Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Vic, are you making it up?
No.
Are you sure?
No, that's what it says on ESPN.
I think you're making it up.
Yes, Texas is a 7-point favorite.
Yeah, Texas is favored by 7 now, but I bet them the other day when they were only favored by 6.5. I like that a lot better than 7.
Yes, another conspiracy. Yeah, why does Arkansas have 2 stadiums?
That's a great question. And why is neither one of them any good?
Yeah.
And why do they play one game a year in Little Rock?
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I think it's because they have a satellite campus there. I think there is the University of Arkansas, Little Rock, that's there.
Right. Now, how many stadiums does Georgia have?
2. Let's see, we got Sanford Stadium and Bobby Dodd.
And Neyland.
Yeah,
and Williams Bryce.
Right.
Um,
And let's see, and Notre Dame Stadium.
Right. We've got, yep, that's our northernmost campus.
Yep.
It's up in South Bend. Oh, don't forget about our satellite campus out on the West Coast too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, don't forget.
The Rose Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, the Rose Bowl.
So, Jordan Hare. That's right, Jordan Hare. Yeah. Georgia's got a lot of stadiums.
Yep. UTEP will beat Boise State tomorrow and will be 3-0.
Is it the UTEP Miners? Vic?
What?
Is it the UTEP Miners? Is that what it is?
Yes, that's right.
And what do they mine in El Paso?
I don't know.
Does anyone? No?
Nope.
Does anyone care? Mountaineer Mike says they mine for losses.
Oh, okay.
Now that's funny.
Yeah.
Now we got North Florida white trash instead of North Florida white Tonto. But he says, Lou, we have plenty of troll material on Tennessee. So can Texas become UT Junior when they join the SEC? I think Tennessee will be UT Junior when Texas joins the SEC.
Yeah, so what would it take for UTEP to make it onto the your season is over list?
Do people really want to see that?
I
The
don't know.
infatuation with UTEP is, what about that conspiracy? What's the story with that? I don't even remember how it started now.
I don't know.
People are around, but the people on this channel are infatuated with UTEP, and they have been for years.
I know.
UTEP to the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they sent me a UTEP helmet, Vic.
Yeah, I know.
They actually sent me a UTEP helmet.
Yeah, I know.
How is it possible there ain't a single troll that has sent me a BYU helmet? Now, how is that possible?
I don't know.
I would figure
Yeah.
any troll
Yeah, do you remember?
Salt would have sent that.
Yep. Yeah, and do you remember who sent you that UTEP helmet?
Was it VikTube?
Yes.
Now, why would you do that? You're a troll.
I know.
Stop trolling me.
Stop mistreating Uncle Lou!
Bonner Kirkpatrick says, Uncle Lou, where do you get those helmets? Most of them were sent to me by the good people in the comments section and the viewers of the channel. I've bought a lot myself too, but I have almost 100. I probably bought half of them, and the other half were sent to me. Almost all the ones that I buy are off of Amazon, because they have almost anything you could possibly want there, and I do the Amazon Prime, so I order a lot of stuff off Amazon anyway because I get the free shipping, 2-day shipping. So most of the ones I've ordered have come off of Amazon. Now, for some reason, and I looked for months, Amazon never had a Notre Dame mini helmet. And when I decided to do a top 10 shelf of helmets this season, I needed a Notre Dame helmet. So I had to get that off of eBay. But I think that's the only helmet I've ever bought off of eBay is the Notre Dame one. Now, Celine Driver sent me every Ivy League helmet, and I know some of those he got off of eBay. But I think most of the ones, even the ones that people have sent me, most of them I think have come off of Amazon. and they're anywhere from $20 to $30 depending on. Sometimes the alternate helmets are sometimes a few bucks more than the regular helmets or whatever, but I think they mostly came from Amazon. Jonathan says, what would you do with the BYU helmet, Lou? Well, this season it would go with the rest of the group of 5 helmets. I don't consider BYU a Power 5 team, so it would go with the group of 5 helmets. Next year, if I have a BYU helmet, it will have to go on the top shelf with Texas Tech and Baylor and Iowa State and whatever, because they're going to the Big 12, it looks like.
Yeah. Jonathan Hurst says, I'm going to send you a crimson helmet with the script A.
Yeah, if you find that, you let me know. What's that guy's name? What was that? Somebody else tell me in the comments. I can't remember the guy's name.
I don't know what it is.
Claiming to be a huge Alabama fan, but he thought the helmet had a script A on it. Bobby, that's it. Bobby Wagner. Yeah, thank you, LW.
Oh,
Nick.
yeah,
Bobby Wagner. Yeah. And here trying to troll about Georgia's terrible and Alabama's the greatest team on earth and blah, 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 blah. And you need to get you the greatest helmet in the history of college football, that crimson helmet with the script A.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do you think about Bishop Sycamore?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, I think the coach is a crook. I don't know what specific laws what he's doing is breaking, but it seems it's definitely illegal whatever he's doing. That's number one. Number two, I have to question now some of these kids are 20 years old that are on that team. So not their parents, but like there are 16 and 17-year-olds on that team. I have to question the parents. How do you send your kid off to something like that when you don't even look into? I mean, there wasn't even a school to go to. There was no classes. So I have to question that. And then you have to question ESPN. How do you put them on? How do you not look into them? How do you not do your due diligence there? ESPN, should never have put them on TV. And then on top of that, they lost 60-0. What they're doing is dangerous. I mean, those kids could get hurt. I mean, that was the second game they had played in 3 days. The one that was on ESPN, they had played Friday, and then they played Sunday against the best football team, high school football team on planet Earth. IMG. IMG is nothing but Division I players. That's it. So I don't know who at ESPN, I don't know if it's a single person or if it's a department or a group of people or what that, picks and chooses which high school football games they're going to air, but they never should have put them on TV.
Yeah. Yes, it's like the players on the team were not students of the school.
Well, there was no school.
Oh, okay. There is no school.
No.
Well, why would ESPN put on a game with a high school that doesn't exist?
Because they got tricked.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought it was that school was real, but they didn't actually have football, and that those players were not their students.
No, the school did not exist.
Okay, so
there is no
real
school
at all.
There is no school. No, there is no school. They were living in a hotel. They weren't. There was no school to go to. They weren't taking online classes. There was no school. Some of the kids were actual high school students from other high schools that transferred to the school
Yep.
that didn't exist. Some of the kids on the team were 19 and 20 and not even in high school at all.
Yep. Yeah, so do you think that Alabama should schedule Bishop Sycamore? I know someone in the comment section was asking that.
No. No. They're already playing Mercer this weekend. That's close enough.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Hugh Freeze's burner says even Bishop Sycamore could record a sack against Clemson.
Yeah. See, Bishop Sycamore is a real football team with a fake school. Mercer is a real school with a fake football team.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yep. Yes, someone made an account called Bama wants Bishop Sycamore.
Huh. Did you see the UCLA fans holding up? The UCLA fans were holding up signs that said, "We want Bama." Jonathan Hurst says, "I took Bama on the money line against Mercer." Oh, good. $1,000 will win you about $2.50.
Yep. Slim Shady Kane says IMG would beat Kansas.
Maybe. Every single player on Kansas's team is a Division I football player. I know I said everybody on IMG is, but I think it's probably like 75%. That's like the whole thing that's like the thing where Alabama could beat and then name whatever the worst NFL team is. It's just not true.
Jaguars.
Yeah, it's just not true.
Or say they could beat the Jets.
Yeah, Bama's. How many NFL players are on Bama's roster right now? 30 or so. Maybe. You know what I mean? That play.
Yeah, Alabama would beat the Jets.
The Jaguars have 53 NFL players.
Yeah, what about the Jets?
The Jets also have 53 NFL players.
Right. They have 53 players. Yeah, and they have Zach Wilson.
Right. Yeah, yeah, that's probably about right, Jonathan. That's probably about right.
Yeah. Yep. Bama has 53 players on NFL rosters. It's probably more than that.
Yeah, Bama's got a ton of players in the NFL. VikTube, are there any week one conspiracies? Are there any week one conspiracies about Tok?
Talk.
Yeah.
Talk. No, I haven't. I haven't heard it.
Okay.
Why have you? Have you?
No.
Yes. Who do you think would win between Alabama and the Jets?
The Jets. It wouldn't be close.
Okay, the Jets, and it wouldn't be close.
No.
Right. So yes. Right. Yeah. The Dolphins, the Patriots are playing. Yes, it's the battle of the gums. Yeah, between Tua and Mac Jones.
Tua?
Right, and then we're also going to have a battle with the Taters. With Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson.
Battle of the Taters. Well, the ukulele ain't beating no NFL team, is he?
No. That's right. Yeah, I think that
I said certified free, 7 days a week, wet and gushy, make that pull-out game weak. Yeah, you dealing with some wet and gushy.
Oh, is that the music that Ballard's gonna dance to?
Gushy. Give me everything you got, put this wet and gushy. Beat it up, baby, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this cookie right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a giggle, I'm kinda wild. Look at my mouth, look at my thighs. It's wet, it's wet, come take a dive.
Any conspiracies about that?
Is that the song that Ballard's gonna be dancing to?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, I don't think that Ballard wants to be dancing to that song.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, are there any conspiracies about Ballard's dance moves?
Yeah, I want to know where he learned them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Ballard is WAP. Yep, Hugh Freeze Burner said Ballard WAP confirmed.
Vic, will you watch any of the NFL game tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably watch some of it too, just since it's the first game. Tom Brady and the Bucks against Dallas. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bucks. Yeah, the Cowboys can't win big games.
Right. Slim Shady, thank you for the super chat. He says Ballard attends the Dan Mullen School of Dance. Now, you might be onto something there.
Like me, she, don't you, baby? Don't you wish your girlfriend was wrong like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was fun like me? Please don't
Trevor versus Deshaun rock rubbing game. Alejandro wants to know, are you a Falcons fan?
No, I don't have a favorite team in the NFL.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm a Falcons fan. Yep. Bulldog JC says, I keep hearing them Cowboys are back. Are them Cowboys back? No. Them Cowboys are not back. Oh, yeah. Rob Dog has a good point. Tell Slim his picture is fake. too many teeth for a Bama fan. Oh, did Ballard make another dancing video?
I wish.
That's what it looks like. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Okay, you're looking on Ballard's Talk Talk.
This is Talk Ballard.
Yep, Talk Ballard. Yep, Talk Christian Ballard.
What is he yelling about here?
Just look up, know you are loved. Just look up, know you are loved. When it feels like something's missing, if it hurts but you can't find healing, just look up, know you are loved. Just look up, know you are loved.
Yelling again? Is he yelling? What Talk Ballard. Make sure y'all subscribe to or follow. What is it called on Talk? Is it called
I
subscribing?
don't know. Follow.
Follow. Make sure you follow Talk Ballard on Talk.
Yeah. Do you follow Talk Ballard?
No.
Okay.
I don't think I follow anybody on Talk.
Oh, okay. So do you have a Talk account?
I'm going to invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
Okay. Yep, Boner,
Am I being detained?
Kirkpatrick. No, you're free to go.
Okay.
Yeah, Boner, Kirkpatrick wants to know, Lou, do you watch the Atlanta Hawks?
I watched them in the playoffs this past year because
Boner, Kinks Patrick.
Boner.
Boner, Kinks Patrick. No, it's Kirkpatrick.
Talk Lou. I think it's Bonner.
Oh,
Vic.
it's Bonner, not Boner. Okay. Yes, so do you think Kirby will get Muschamp hired as a head coach somewhere?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said, well, you know about how Saban does his rehab center. So I was asking my mom about if you think that Kirby is trying to do the same thing, like he's trying to get Muschamp hired as a head coach somewhere.
I don't know if that's Kirby's goal.
Yeah, maybe I like the Group of Five.
I think they've just been friends for 30 years, so he gave him a job. I don't know that it's Kirby's goal to get Muschamp a head coaching job somewhere.
Right, but do you think that Muschamp will get a job in like the Group of Five? Or?
Maybe.
I know that Butch Jones did.
I don't think it'll be the Power Five unless it's one of the Well, I don't think it'll be anywhere in the SEC. Period. And if it's Power Five, it would be something like Kansas or something like. It wouldn't be any legitimate football. No legitimate football school. You'd have to be out of your mind at this point to hire Will Muschamp as a head coach, in my opinion.
Yeah, of course. I think you get a job in like the Group 5.
Yeah. And look, not everybody is cut out to be a head coach. I mean, that's not even an insult really to say that. I mean, I think Will Muschamp is an elite defensive mind and could be an elite defensive coordinator for any Power 5 school. Any of them. Same for Jeremy Pruitt, by the way. It's just not everybody has what it takes to be a head coach. I mean, it's a different skill set, a different group of responsibilities to be a head coach than it is to be a coordinator. But I do think Will Muschamp's a great defensive mind. I think he's proven that everywhere he's been as a defensive coordinator. That's why he got opportunities to be a head coach.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Saban Coaching Rehab Center. Yep. So they've helped. So the more famous patients at the Saban Rehab Center, we've had Butch Jones, Lane Kiffin, and Steve Sarkisian.
Yeah.
Yep. Are there any more that you can think of?
I'm sure there are.
I think just those three. Right. Yeah. Now Kirby is opening up the smart coaching rehab center. Yeah, with Will Muschamp.
Hugh Freeze's burner says if Dan Lanning leaves for a head coaching job, make Muschamp the defensive coordinator. My only problem with that is that's I don't mind Kirby making him defensive coordinator as long as Kirby doesn't mind firing him if he ever needed to.
Uh-oh.
And sometimes, I talk about nepotism all the time, but it's not a good idea to hire your friends either, in my opinion.
Yep. Bartley's wants to know how long will Gus stay at UCF?
If he goes undefeated a time or two or wins a New Year's Six game, he may get another opportunity. Look, I'm not a huge fan of Gus Malzahn. I think his offense is kind of gimmicky. And,
lead option.
Right. And unless he has the perfect QB for his system, which is hard to find, his offenses have never been that good. I mean, really, Nick Marshall and Cam Newton are the only two QBs Malzahn's ever had that could efficiently run his offense. That's it.
Yeah, what about Jared Stidham?
What about him? You talking about Jared Stidbaloney? Jared Stidbaloney was terrible.
Could you run Malzahn's offense?
No. And on top of that, you needed an elite running back or two. It's just But here's the thing with Gus Malzahn. Gus Malzahn got fired because he was at Auburn. If he'd have done similar things at almost any other school, he'd still be the coach there. I mean, he beat Nick Saban more than anyone else in history, ever. So I do think Gus Malzahn could have some success as a head coach in the Power 5 somewhere. I don't know where that somewhere would be, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if he got another shot in the Power 5. And he's obviously interested, or else he wouldn't have gone down to the Group of 5. And he always recruited well. He always recruited well too. So I don't. Maybe he doesn't want to go back to the SEC. I don't know. Maybe an ACC team would take him in the same geographical area where he already has roots in recruiting. One of the Florida schools. UNC when Mac Brown retires, or NC State or something like that, where he's still in the Southeast. That could happen. Louisville. Something like that. I could see that happening.
Yes, I think Dylan Gabriel can run Gus's offense well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
he's an NFL
that's
quarterback.
true.
He might be, to be honest, other than Cam Newton, Dylan Gabriel is, and Gus Malzahn wasn't even the head coach when Cam Newton was there. He was offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Dylan Gabriel's the best quarterback Gus Malzahn's ever had as a head coach. He's an NFL quarterback. He'll be playing on Sundays, Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
He's really good. He's really good.
Yeah.
That Central Florida Cincinnati game, when do they play? Let me find out.
We'll
pull it up now.
I think that'll be a good game.
They play October 16th in Cincinnati. That's going to be a good game. Give me Cincinnati, but that's going to be a good game. Now, they play at Louisville, not this week, but next week.
Yeah.
Now, who you think's going to win that one? Central Florida.
UCF.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Yeah, I think actually picked UCF to beat Louisville in the offseason.
Now, then they have a bye week. Talking about Central Florida here. Okay, they have a bye week. At Navy, they should win that one. East Carolina, they should win that one. And then the game at Cincinnati. Game day should go to that game.
Yeah.
I don't know what other. I'd have to look. I'd have to look at the schedule. Is that the third Saturday in October? So I don't even know Tennessee, Alabama. But what's the point of that? But so I'd have to look at the schedule. Right. I'd have to look and see what other games there are. But if Central Florida and Cincinnati are both undefeated, I think game day should go to this game.
Yeah.
Then they play Memphis. That could be a good one, but they get them at home. At Temple. Temple's terrible. You know why? Dwan Mathis. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Did you see any of him this past weekend?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't watch that.
Awful. He had 4 turnovers. Couldn't complete a pass. I mean, he looked terrible. I feel bad for him.
Well, I know. Well, of course, we've seen him look terrible before.
Yeah, I know, but it would have been a good story. I was rooting for him, but he just doesn't. He just doesn't have it. Now, then they play Tulane. There's another one that might be good. SMU. I know they were good a couple of years ago. I don't know what they're like now. They play at SMU. They play UConn, probably the worst team in America, and then they play South Florida, who's also terrible.
Yeah. I mean, Tulane could be good this year.
They gave Oklahoma all they wanted. Tulane's got a good quarterback too. I like watching him play.
Yep.
Any chance Washington or Oregon can get a win this weekend? No, I don't think so. I mean, a chance, yes. Oregon in particular is better than Washington. Well, but Ohio State's better than Michigan. I don't know. I would pick the Big Ten this weekend. I think Ohio State and Michigan are both going to win. The Oregon game's in Ohio State. We don't know if Kayvon Thibodeau is going to play, and he's the best player on the field. Both teams combined. He's the best player between Oregon and Ohio State. Kayvon Thibodeau is the best player on either team, and I don't even know if he's going to play. So, and Oregon didn't look all that impressive against Fresno State, even though Fresno State's a decent Group of 5 team. I would go with Ohio State and Michigan if I was picking right now. Speaking of picking those games, prediction video coming up this afternoon, and there will be a super fan helping me to pick those games, Vic.
Yeah.
Who do you think it's going to be?
Who I think is going to be what? Between who and who?
No, are you all right?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. I said there's a super fan helping me predict the games this afternoon. Who do you think it's going to be?
Selling.
Think, Philip Wang Textard the third.
Philip Hlang.
Let's see, is that right?
You want me to give you a hint?
Let's see, is it White Tonto?
I'll give you a hint.
Is it yeah, it's White Tonto.
It's Uncle Lou here. Yeah. How's that?
Yeah, White Tonto.
Tonto say, Notre Dame have not won major bowl game since 1991. White Tonto also say, this not major bowl game. White Tonto say, Rudy was a long time ago and not very good. He played one play out of pity and he was offsides and later became a felon. Rudy Rudiger is poor man Stetson Bennett. White Tonto still take Notre Dame, win by 5 touchdowns.
That was your hint.
Yeah, White Tonto.
That's right. White Tonto will be here today.
White Tonto.
Does White Tonto work at a casino?
Yeah, he might. Yeah.
Unless he lives in Oklahoma.
No, I think he lives in Florida.
Yeah, he lives in Florida.
Yeah, White Tonto was spokesman for Orlando Lake. Alejandro Ramirez says White Tonto and Yoda are best friends.
Best friends they are. You know? I think it's supposed to rain here today. Rained yesterday. Stormed bad yesterday afternoon. I think it's supposed to do it again today. What about you? It must have rained where you're at too, VikTube.
Yeah.
You want me
Yeah, I think it rained some on Tuesday.
Should I check the weather and see?
Yeah.
Let me do that. I'll give you the weather report here. Maybe not. Let's see. Let's see what we got going on here. Sunshine this morning, then becoming mostly cloudy this afternoon. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. That's here today.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. There's another conspiracy.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
why does Slim Shady Kane always win the pick the picture contest?
Oh, well, there should be an obvious answer to that conspiracy.
Yeah. because he always sends the highest super chat or PayPal.
Right. Of course, that'll be tomorrow on the shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be tomorrow on the shoe, though. Call-in show tonight, Vic.
Yep.
So tonight we'll be talking about this weekend's games. Tuesday we talked about last weekend's games. So.
Yep. Some Shady says, "Because I'm awesome, Vic. That's why."
That's a fact. That's true.
Yes.
That is true. C-Dog says, do you need a co-host tomorrow? Of course I do. Love to have you on.
You ought to come on and read the news. Or,
Yeah, you want to? You, Vic?
no, I don't.
Oh, you don't want to? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. I didn't want you to.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I see how you are.
Yep.
I see that you treat me any kind of way.
Yep.
Yeah, C-Dog, you can come on tomorrow. I'll just give me a few minutes when I start the show to ramble incoherently for 5 or 10 minutes, and then you can call in. All right, Jonathan. See you tonight, buddy. Vic, you want to get the hell out of here?
Sure.
I appreciate you coming on today.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me on.
I think we pretty much covered it all.
Yep.
Is there anything else you would like to say to the people before we let you go?
No.
No, you say. Did you want to tell them about your live shoe?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I do a live show, every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, on VikTube Productions.
VikTube Productions. Now that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, everybody, make sure you tune in tomorrow night at 6 o'clock over on VikTube Productions for Mike Vic's weekly live show. Are you going to be doing karaoke tomorrow, Vic?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I'll see you there.
Yep.
All right, buddy. Thanks for calling in today.
Bye.
All right, we'll talk to you next
Bye.
week. All right, bye. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. VikTube Productions. Man comes on every Thursday, does his LouAnon song and dance. And we sure do appreciate it. You know what else I appreciate? I appreciate this too.
This verse goes out to my niggas in jail, beating they dicks to the double XL magazine. You like how I look in the aqua green? Get your Vaseline, roll some weed with some tissue and close your eyes and imagine your tongue in between my thighs. Feel, open up, cell block 8. Alright, that's enough. Stop, look, and listen. Get back to your position. Kim got your dick hard, start fights in the yard. Hotter than a Pop-Tart, fresh out of the toaster. Niggas do anything for a little Kim poster. Essays, Bloods, Crips, all the thugs up north in the hole. They all wanna know.
Tell me, how many licks does it take till you get to the center of the? Tell me, how many licks does it take till you get to the center of the? How many licks does it take till you get to the center of the?
Driving in the street, hold on to your seat. Niggas, grab your meat while I ride the beat. And if you see a shiny black Lamborghini fly by you, that's me, the night rider. Dressed in all black with the gat in the lap. Lunatics in the street, gotta keep the heat. 60 on the bezel, 100 on the ring. Sitting pretty, baby, with a cash money bling. 12 a.m., I'm on my way to the club. After 3 bottles, I'll be ready to fuck. Some niggas even put me on their grocery list. Right next to the whipped cream and box of chocolate. Designer pussy, my shit come in flavors. High class taste, niggas got to spend paper. Live it right the first time when you gotta do it over. Like it's rehearsal for a Tootsie commercial.
How many licks does it take till you get to the center of the? How many licks does it take till you get to the center of the? How many licks does it take till you get to the center of the? How many licks does it take till you get to the center of the? Tell me. How many licks does it take till you get to the center of the? How many licks does it take till you get to the center of the? How many licks does it take till you get to the center of the? How many licks does it take till you get to the center of the? How many licks does it take till you get to the center of the? How many licks does it take till you get to the center of the?